Hello, I'm John Griff, and I have the honour to be the current chair of the Nenescape Landscape Project Trust. For me, I think the biggest challenges that we've seen as board members have been holding our meetings to keep up to date with developments, and at the same time watching so many excellent projects having to bide their time because of the effects of the pandemic and the delays that has inevitably caused. For me, if I may, I've got two most positive experiences. The first is the completion of the moorings as part of the Chester House estate development, and then after Nenescape's involvement in that, my pride in seeing the team at Nenescape grow and thrive despite everything that's been thrown at it, meaning our staff, but also our board as well. Now, for the future, I'm looking forward to the team settling into its new home at Chester House and as part of the River Nen Regional Park, developing from this first version of itself into the next version of Nenescape and the continuation of that really important work that it does.
Hello, my name's Adrian Oates. I work for Nenescape Trust and we run the Walking in Time project. So the most challenging moment during project delivery, well, it's none really, it's all been an absolute breeze. No, I think really it was doing the boardwalk, which was really complicated, and getting that all right and making sure we didn't spend too much. That was quite hard and challenging. Yeah, that was probably the hardest bit of work we did. What a result we've got. It's such a fantastic boardwalk. We're so happy with it. My most positive experience during the Nenescape project, well, has really been the collaboration, working with all these partners, meeting new people, finding out about the history and heritage of the Nene Valley. But on a personal level, really, most positive for me was the opening event at Royal Albert Hall. That was such a wonderful, fantastic spectacle. Looking ahead to the final 12 months, I want us to work in partnership more. I want us to see if we can collaborate more, make joint projects that we can work on going forward and really help promoting the Nene Valley and make it a place that everyone can enjoy, and just really solidifying the partnership so it carries on for as long as possible.
Hi everybody, I'm Becky from Screen Northants. We have been running Nenescape on film, which has been many different projects. So the whole process of making the feature film then, and then doing the post-production and then starting to get out to festivals and stuff, it's always challenging. But the most positive experience is all the young people that we've worked with, and just generally being able to spend time on the Nen, like that's the dream job, isn't it? And then, the next 12 months, well, Nen feature film will be going out and making its way into the world. We're doing more film festival stuff in Northampton, which is all about placemaking, and of course it will always involve the Nen, because we just can't get away from it in a really good way.
Hi, my name's Bruce Gardiner.
And I'm Gavin Bennett, and we work for the Wildlife Trust on the Farming for the Future project.
The most challenging moment during the delivery of the project has been working through the various COVID-related restrictions. Meeting with people face-to-face to discuss works is a key part of the role, and being unable to do this for some months was quite difficult.
The most positive part of delivering the Farming for the Future project has been engaging with a broad spectrum of landowners on a variety of habitats to achieve positive gains for wildlife. The most satisfying of these projects was the rotary ditching works, which were across a number of land holdings, creating over 7 kilometres of scrapes and ditches within the valley. During the following winter, it was great to see these ditches full of water and being used by a wide range of wildfowl for feeding and resting.
We hope to deliver more successful habitat enhancement works over a number of wetland and meadow sites in the final year of the project. Continued collaboration with our partners will allow us to ensure a legacy for the works we have achieved, including the installation of interpretation boards, continued monitoring of the sites with volunteer surveyors, and lasting relationships with landowners and farmers within the Nene Valley.
The Environment Agency have been delivering the enabling access from waterways to land on behalf of the Nenescape project. The main challenge we've had is delivering the floating mooring at the Chester House estate. We had issues with the change in contractors within the estate grounds. Also, we had issues with complying with the Historic England on their requirements and consents which were required. The positives are delivering the website, the Nene Valley website, in collaboration with a number of partners, and also delivering 2 new capital schemes, the one at Chester House and the one at Allwarton, which is always satisfying. Looking ahead, it's continue to work in partnership with others to promote the River Nene and enabling more to be achieved in a coordinated and joined up manner.
Hello, my name is John Bowden, and my role in the Nenescape John Clare project was to work with 5 community choirs from the Northamptonshire area. The most challenging moment in the project for me, I think, was when the recordings all started to come in. And suddenly I realised there was about 150 recordings I needed to do something with, and try and line up in Pro Tools. But so that was a bit challenging. But then the best bit of the project for me was when I got that all done, sent it off to the choirs, and they sent back some really lovely comments to say how pleased they were with the finished result. So that was lovely. And my hopes for the project are that we may at some point be able to get those pieces performed in sort of real life rather than virtually. So it would be lovely if we could all get together and sing them at some point. So that's what I hope might happen in the next 12 months.
Well, this is the first lottery grant venture for the Angling Trust, and the project is cut right across all forms of angling. In terms of education, we've attended 9 Polish Saturday schools and had over 1,600 Polish children and families in attendance. Moving on to angling coaching, we've held over 50 coaching events within the Nene Valley, with over 2,000 people attending one-to-one coaching events. We have introduced a core team of volunteers, and we've had 25 people trained in the Nene Valley as voluntary bailiffs. So in conclusion, I'd just like to say a big thank you from myself, Kelvin, Jan, Dave, Doosan, Shimone, Paul, Coach Pat, Coach Brian, Coach John and Coach Susie. And also the big thanks to the Heritage Lottery Fund.
Sue Galloway, Northampton in Angling Club. The most challenging moment during project delivery for me would have been trying to find parking spaces along the canal. The most positive experience delivering the project has been the willingness of the participants to engage, and also children catching fish for the first time, and then families going fishing as a family. Looking here to the next final 12 months, we hope that the partnership will be able to get more people fishing.
Hi, I'm Louise from Nene Park, and this is the Nenescape Rivers of the World Gateway Art Project. Last year we faced the challenge of not being able to deliver artist-led workshops in the 6 secondary schools we were working with in Peterborough. We created art packs that were delivered to students at home, and a citywide art competition, and the winning entries were displayed on the banners. It was a really positive experience working with Metal Peterborough and the Thames Festival Trust, as we were able to share resources and expertise and connections across the city. And the visitors to Thorpe Meadows and Alton Mere have also given really positive feedback about the artworks on display. We're looking forward to more collaborations with Nenescape partners over the next 12 months. And in spring we'll be hosting the John Clare Contemplative Trail.
So it's been incredible, this project, what it's come from, and the tunnel, and how everything has just gone from here, really. The artists have been commissioned for all sorts of projects. We've won this Best Exhibition Award, and it's inspired so many things. But with the litter picking, that was the start of where we began, by doing the litter picking, and the groups came together and they've been dedicated throughout, and these people have always helped us. And now we're on to our last leg, the gateway, and we got some brilliant ideas from that. We spoke to about 70 people, and everybody seems so inspired, and it's so good to see that everybody seems to appreciate this. It shows their history, and they're taking ownership of it and looking after it.
We're at a fantastic stage now, 10 years down the line after we first started, when it was all overgrown and you had to fight your way through. We've now got a community of volunteers, and this is a fantastic project that still has a long way to go.
Hi, I'm Lucy Marshall, and I am a project support officer at Nenescape. So I joined the project under the government Kickstart scheme, and this was a 6-month scheme, and I now have the opportunity to stay on full-time for the remainder of the Nenescape year. So my time on this project has been really positive. I've had the opportunity to develop and learn new skills and the opportunity to have further training in any of the areas that I want to develop more experience or training on. So yeah.
I'm Matt Johnson from the Wildlife Trust, and I've been working across the Farming for the Future and the Access for All projects. In terms of challenges, initially with the Farming for the Future, getting landowners on side was really tricky, and for Access for All, balancing the need to promote the SPA but also protect it to bits. We've had, particularly Farming for the Future, those same farmers were some of the ones that did the really positive videos about how great the Nen Valley is working with us, and also seeing stuff happen on the ground like the rotary ditching has been a massive positive. Going forwards, I hope we'll continue to have a really strong partnership, and partners will work together on projects and look for future funding, and also continue to explore the idea of protecting and promoting the Nen Valley.
Hi, my name is Molly Simpson and I'm the Community Engagement Intern for Nenescape. I joined the team in July of 2021, and for me the most positive aspects of the scheme since I joined have definitely been working alongside some really great people both at Nenescape and RNRP and across our partners. Definitely, I've really loved running some dog walks where we've had some really great feedback from people that said they've gone away and them and their family have been Googling different bird species and talking to other people about the SPAs that they just didn't know existed prior to attending the walks. I think the most challenging thing so far has definitely been trying to learn some of the acronyms associated with the role.
My name is Peter Smalley and I'm the Chief Executive of Northamptonshire Music and Performing Arts Trust. I can't quite believe that it's 4 years since our part in the Nenescape journey. But in fact, our Nen journey started 2 years before that, when we had the idea of taking a group of 700 young musicians and singers from Northampton to the Royal Albert Hall to take part in the Music for Youth proms. The biggest challenge that we faced was the sheer horror of taking 700 young people and a brand new piece of music that nobody had ever heard to a venue the size of the Royal Albert Hall, and then to do it twice more because stupidly I said, oh, and we'll do 3 performances. And my third thing is the memory of being in the Royal Albert Hall, having finally conquered the logistics of getting all those people there. I actually had nothing to do but to sit in a box and watch the performance. And it's a memory of intense pride, of overwhelming pride, pleasure, joy to watch 700 young musicians from the county, from Peterborough and from Rutland singing and playing their hearts out. Not playing as if it was a new piece of music that has never been heard before, but playing as if it's the most important thing that they've ever done. And we are delighted that in the future, some of this music will have a future as a Nen songbook.
Hi, I'm Victor Seacast from the River Nen Regional Park. My project that I'm running for Nenescape is the Resilient River Project. The most challenging experience through this has probably been the coronavirus hitting. It didn't slow down a lot of things, but there was a lot of delays with machinery and equipment from contractors, which delayed quite a few of the projects for me. But we're hopefully past that now, and we're starting to see them come to fruition. The most positive experience was the delivery of the floating ecosystems at Wellingborough Embankment, just because it's somewhere that I sort of grew up being around, fishing, going down there to the old sort of splash park, and generally around there. So seeing something happen down there that my kids will see and my friends and family as well is really, really nice to know. What do I want to happen for the sort of partnership moving forward? Well, hopefully the collaboration and partnership that we've created can carry on well into the future, whether that's with another funding bid through the National Lottery Heritage Fund or wherever else. It'd be really nice to see a lot more sort of partnership working and maybe another big bid for somewhere else within the Nen catchment.
Hi, I'm Becky and I head up the wonderful Settlers of the Nen Valley team and project. The project has been running now for 3.5 years, and we've been looking at the people who have settled on this site over the last 5,000 years. But we've got loads of legacy projects, so people can continue to enjoy heritage here and the gardens which we have built and maintained. We have interacted with the local community, putting on over 60 events and engaging with a whopping 7,000 people. We spread the word with our media activity, meaning that over 750,000 people got to hear something about the heritage of this site. And along the way, we actually won a few awards.
Hello, my name is Ricky Lee. I'm a project support officer for Nenescape. I joined the team in April of 2021. One of the most positive thing about this job for me is definitely seeing the impact that the work we do has on the local communities and just the people in this valley. And I think a challenge for me, not being from the area, has definitely been figuring out where everything is and how it all fits together geographically, and just making sense of all of that.
Hi, my name's Jeff Ollerton and I've been a member of the Nenescape board since its very inception. To me, Nenescape is all about heritage, about community, about environment, about all the really important things that matter in life. You've probably noticed I'm not in Northamptonshire. My wife and I moved to Denmark earlier this year, but I still maintain my links with Nenescape. I'm still on the board, and I wish them all the very best for the future, and look forward to seeing all of my colleagues when we come back to the UK.
Hello, my name's Adrian Oates. I'm an Nenescape board member and I work for Nenescape Trust. My most positive experience of working in partnership over the last 12 months is how we've supported each other to get through lockdown and to get back up and running again. It's been a really close partnership and I've really appreciated the support from all our Nenescape partners and the other members of the board. Over the next 12 months I want us to strengthen our partnership, to collaborate together, to think of projects we can do beyond the end of Nenescape, to continue this wonderful partnership that we've built, and to sort of keep the legacy of Nenescape going beyond the end of the project. Thank you.